Rockets fired by Russian forces destroy a military base in one of the deadliest attacks against Ukraine's army since the start of the invasion. A diplomatic dare. Ukraine's current and former leaders call on President Biden to show he is serious by making a high-risk trip to Kyiv. Total panic. The British Prime Minister now says Russia's Vladimir Putin lives in constant fear. He says he's terrified Moscow will follow Ukraine's example and revolt. We want to welcome our viewers here in the United States and around the world. I'm Wolf Blitzer, and this is a special Saturday edition of The Situation.
This is CNN Breaking News.
This hour, a dramatic new damage assessment from Ukraine. Officials there now say more than 14,000 Russian troops have been killed since the start of the invasion. Plus, get this, 95 Russian aircraft, 115 helicopters, nearly 1,500 armored vehicles, and 213 artillery pieces have been destroyed, according to the Ukrainians. CNN is unable to verify those numbers, but we are getting confirmation of a very important battlefield development. Very significant. Russia has now used hypersonic missiles to destroy a Ukrainian ammunition depot. CNN is bringing you all the late-breaking developments with our teams on the ground and across the globe, for that matter. It's just past midnight in Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital. Our senior international correspondent, Sam Kiley, is on the scene for us. Sam, fighting outside the city where you are today, one of the most deadly attacks on a military base, also in Mykolaiv. First of all, update our viewers. What can you tell us?
Well, first of all, here in Kyiv, Wolf, there have been air raid sirens. There haven't been any immediate explosions recently, but the whole city is covered in a pall of smoke. It's mysterious smoke. We haven't been able to get any understanding from the government here what might be causing it. It's thick, it's acrid, and it's been over the whole city now for about 24 hours. But that notwithstanding, there has been, of course, continuing fighting on the outskirts of the city, but the real focus in terms of latest casualties have been down in the city of Mykolaiv in the south, on the border, rather on the coast, where there has been a catastrophic level of loss for the Ukrainian armed forces, arguably their worst loss so far, when a barracks that housed around 200 soldiers was hit, it would appear, and this is our analysis, by precision missiles, and not least because the Russians have been so inaccurate when they're not using these precision missiles. But the scale of this destruction would indicate a high level of ordnance and a devastating blow to the people there. On top of that, of course, and I should warn, some of our images here are also very graphic in the hospital. Soldiers being treated have been a very, very damaging moment in the fight for that city. No sign yet, though, that the Russians have been able to break through. This is a city from which Nick Payne-Welch has been doing so much reporting, which has been very heavily contested and very heavily and successfully defended, Wolf.
It certainly has been, but it's really, really a dangerous place right now, and unfortunately a lot of Ukrainian men, women, and children are being killed by the Russians in the process. Sam, stay safe over there in Kyiv. I know those sirens have been going off. We heard them just a little while ago as well. Also